Alright, hello. Welcome to the den, everyone. I'm Deszi the Coyote. So today the message, channel message that we're going to do is advice from the elements. We're going to do all four elements. So we're going to get advice from the element of air, the element of water, the element of earth, and the element of fire. So we have our water here, we have our fire here, we have our incense to honor the elements of air, and we have salt right here to honor the element of earth. So we're going to see what advice they have for us today. You can choose whichever group you feel called, like, to pick from, or you can listen to all of them and see what messages come through for you. Okay? So first, I think I'm going to start with the element of air. So for those of you who are about to choose the element of air, that's the first one we're going to get started with, okay? Alright, welcome to the den. I'm Deszi the Coyote. So this is for those of you who chose the element of air, okay? So we have some oracles that are already shuffled out, and I've already done a cleansing and everything else for that, but we will do kind of like a live shuffle of the tarot, and we're going to pull some chakras, and then at the end we're going to throw shells for a yes or no answer. So go ahead and get your question figured out in your head, or what you've been really wanting to ask or get an answer to from your spirit team or from the element of air or the elementals of air. So we're going to call on them right now to see what they got for you. So let's get these cards down and we'll go from there. Alright, group, air group. Okay, so those of you who chose the element of air, or those who are listening to all the elements to see what guidance and advice comes through at this time. So we got the turkey spirit, number 61, give with gratitude and grace. We have solitude, think of being alone as meaning you are all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during the quiet times. We have like attracts like, and we have this card that kind of has like a bonus on the back. Do you know why it's so easy for us in the unseen to quickly pinpoint your whereabouts? You leave behind footprints of love. Aww, the universe. P.S. The legend of Bigfoot continues. And then on this side we have what would love do? And then you have the eagle spirit, number 23, spirit has your back, and number 30, the lilies. Okay? So right off bat, before we even get to any tarot, I do get that it may be time to kind of take a self-check-in and maybe take a journey of self-discovery and just trust that spirit has your back. I think maybe some of you, that the element of air kind of has your back, right? Especially with this eagle and the turkey. They're both like flight creatures, right? Very familiar with the element of air. And I think here with the lilies, it's coming to terms with making peace, with being in solitude, which means really being at one with yourself, right? In harmony with everything else. And I think that once you guys really fall in tune with the self, that you guys will start attracting in the more things that you want, because you'll find that being more in alignment and in tune with the things that resonate truly to your soul and your heart, it'll start coming in, because like attracts like, right? And I think even here with give with gratitude and grace and what would love do, I think it's calling you guys to go ahead and understand that whatever you give from a space of love and grace, it's going to come back to you, right? It's going to come back to you. And I think the element of air is like, make peace with that, Let's see what tarot we got. Shaking up the camera. Alright. Elementals and element of air. What message and advice do we have for those who choose the element of air? So we got the Ace of Cups, Again, another card about filling up your own cup, right? And then there's birds in here too. We have the Two of Wands in reverse. We have the King of Wands. Get one more. And we have the Three of Swords. Unfortunately, it seems like some of you, the element of air is kind of letting you know that these things you may have gone through some things. I know we all do in life, but you may have gone through some things quite recently that could be kind of like, it makes me want to sigh, because I just feel like mentally it's kind of been on your mind, and it's kind of just like, and it's stirring your emotions. It's really heavy energy, really heavy energy. Again, that's like the heartbreak card, right? And I think that's why the element of air is calling on you to kind of like come back to self, come back to filling up your own cup. I don't think right now is the time to choose between this path or that path. It's time to choose yourself. It's time to choose yourself. I'm going to confirm and clarify this King of Wands. Yeah. I think it's time to choose yourself. You may find, even with this King of Wands, this person, you may have been dealing with a person who didn't choose you. And I think it's time to perhaps speak up and say, you know what? Or they're not making a choice. You know, they're like back and forth, not really making a choice. And I think the element of air is like, it's time to cut through with clarity, with complete clarity, and then choose a different path, a path that you kind of know you want to take. You've already kind of mapped it out a little bit, and it requires you really going into yourself and really focusing on yourself a little bit more. Okay? Let's see what we can get for why this Two of Wands is here in reverse. Yeah. You may have very much so been in a relationship with this Queen of Wands and this King of Wands, and it could have been a very passionate relationship. It could have also been maybe based more so on physical attributes than physical or passionate or sexual or sensual attribute, more so than what you probably are looking for, more of that loving connection at this time. So you kind of need to make peace with that. Like, if you're not able to give to this situation, even if it's not a relationship, maybe you've invested into something, a project, and you're just like, it's not really given to you in the way that you want to. I think this is a sign. I think the element of air is bringing in a sign to let you know you guys may have been attracting this, because that may be the energy that you've been in. But if you want something else, like what would love do, right? If you want something else and you're seeking a different kind of energy, it's time to take that kind of like, take account and stock of yourself, and then choose to fill your own cup. Make peace with that and move forward. We're going to clarify this Three of Swords. Yeah. And don't stay too long. I know we all deal with heartbreak and, like, you know, low moments and stuff like that. It's a part of the journey. It's a part of our spiritual experience and wisdom. And be careful with that. Don't stay there too long. Yeah, don't stay there too long. Like, make peace with it as best as you can, because you might find that, you know, things start to become a little bit manipulating, a little bit destructive, and you don't want to really fall into those habits. So I think the element of air is like, cut through all this confusion and choose to come together with yourself in a different way. Okay, let's see what chakras we got, and then you guys go ahead and get your question ready. Okay, your yes or no question. So what chakras does the element of air and the elementals of air, what would they like the group who chose this pile to focus on? Your solar plexus, yeah, that's about the that's all about the self, right? Self-esteem, self-worth, that's all about the self. And you guys got third eye chakra, intuition, bridge, inner voice. I think yourself is really I think you're getting messages from yourself, from a higher space, that it's time to like tune more into that inner self and follow that inner guidance and that inner path, that, you know, take those steps, those guided steps, so that you can start attracting the things that you guys really want, and not so much these things that probably lead you more to like unfulfillment and sadness and despair and stuff. You guys, you know, it's time to level up in that self-esteem department, okay? So those of you who chose element of air, go ahead and ask your question that you've been holding on to, and we're going to get your yes or no answer, okay? Alright. You guys got a few answers. Wow. Okay, so for some of you, the answer is yes. For some of you, the answer is no. And for some of you, the answer is correct. So for some of you, you guys are right. If it was one of those questions you want to know if you're right or wrong, then the answer is correct. You guys, correct, you're right. If you said, am I right? Correct, you're wrong. If you're like, I'm wrong. And then we have yes or no here too. Okay? So we got a few answers there. So there might be a few questions asked, or, you know, people ask different questions. So you guys use your intuition, right? Use your intuition. Tune in and feel which one of those were meant for you. Okay? Alright, thank you for joining me in the den. And if you guys want, you can watch the other ones and see what message and guidance that the other elements and elementals have in those specific groups. Okay? Thanks for joining the den, and I'll see you again next time. Alright, welcome water group. So we're going to receive the advice that the elements and elementals of water have for us. If you want to listen to all of the different elementals, you are perfectly fine to do that. So you can choose the water, the earth, the fire, air. If you have different questions or feel like you want to receive some different guidance on different things, you can just kind of like, hey, I want to know relationships, water, or I want to know about creativity for fire, or something like that. So feel free to watch all of them or whatever one you feel called for. So right now we're going to get into the oracle cards. I'm going to go ahead and put them out for the elements and elementals of water, and then we're going to get right into the tarot, okay? Alright, so water group, you guys have the giraffe spirit, see the big picture, number 29, appreciate your talents. You have this card right here, which kind of has a double message. It says, when it comes to choosing who will be in your life, I recommend valuing their yeehaw quality above all others. Have it your way. Special orders don't upset us, the universe. Yeehaw. You guys have the nature signs. Be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continuously. We need only open our hearts and minds. And you have number 67, the wolf spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. And then you have the man oracle right here. So the message I get off of this, just with the oracles, first up, before we get to the tarot, I get that there's a bigger picture that you guys need to be looking at. There's a lot of signs coming through that you guys can be using that information that's coming through in many different ways for you to turn that knowledge into wisdom, so that you guys can understand whatever talents you guys are bringing to the table. And I get that you guys may be pretty active with this, right? Pretty assertive with this. It's okay to want to bring that assertiveness that was a lot. Assertiveness to the table. And it's okay to want people, you know, to choose people that you want in your life who kind of are like, they're happy about it, like yeehaw, like they're ready to go, like they're excited about that. The element of water is saying that is absolutely okay, because in the bigger picture of things, you want people in your life who are going to inspire you, who are going to kind of uplift, who are going to appreciate that you bring that quality to the table, right? It's nothing wrong with that. So keep on, you know, I get the big picture. I get what the big picture here is for you guys, especially with the giraffe spirit, right? If you're standing out, then keep standing out. Trust that. Just keep standing out, because you're getting signs that, you know what, maybe I should do something different or go about this in a different way, and trust that, okay? Absolutely trust it, okay? So let's get into your tarot and let's see what wants to come through from the water elements and elementals. All right, what message do we have? What advice? What more can we get? Yeah, you guys might be really hard workers with this Eight of Pentacles, or you might really be trying to work on a new project and it doesn't really stress you guys out. I think working on this project is not a stressful thing to you, and I think that's why you probably want to choose more people in your life who are just like not stressed out about things that you really are excited about. And it's just like they don't have that same, you know, you may really appreciate your talents and your drives for the you know, whatever your specific talents and drives are, you may really appreciate your talent for that. Whatever that is, you may really appreciate it and feel like really like excited about it, and you may not always be around people who have that same sort of energy. And I think you guys worked really hard at your talents and crafts. I don't think it's just something that you just lean on effortlessly, and I think it's okay to want to celebrate that. I don't think this gives you, you know, the hard work that you put into this, I don't think it brings you guys anxiety or irritations or anything. I think it makes you quite happy. It makes you quite fulfilled with this Ten of Cups. Yeah. But you guys might be losing a little bit of hope. You might be feeling like, you know, maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe I'm doing too much, maybe I'm giving too much, maybe it's just too much. But maybe you're just not around the right people that are kind of like in that yeehaw energy, like that celebratory energy, that exciting energy of what they do and what they care about. And I think, like this card suggested, right, it's okay. It's okay to choose to want people who celebrate and who are enthusiastic about their talents and their gifts and their crafts to be. It's okay to want to have that in your life and connect with that. Can you tell me more about this star for those who chose the element and elementals of water, please? Yes. If it's causing you guys to lose hope and stuff, that's a judgment call right there. You know, if you're finding that these people are just like they're not letting you shine how you want to shine, or you're stopping yourself from shining how you want to shine, that is a sign in itself. You need to make a judgment call, right? You need to turn this information into the wisdom that's available to you. Can you tell me more about this man? I want to know more about this man. With this Seven of Cups and this Justice and this Four of Swords in reverse, I think you guys have like already made a decision of just like, this is me, like this is who I am. And I think if you haven't, I think this element of water is telling you, you guys already know. Like, that's the Justice there. You guys already know. This is a standing in energy of just like, this is already decided on. It's not anything that you need to over meditate or overthink on. This is who you are. This is the truth. When you over meditate or overthink on it, you're actually going to be stepping into more of an egoic space when you don't really want to do that. You want to flow more into love and appreciation, right? You don't want to start getting in that energy of feeling like people are not seeing you or appreciating you, so you just do stuff because you want to be seen, you want to be known, you want to be heard. You don't want that, okay? So if it's as simple as choosing to have different people and situations in your life, you can do that. You can make that choice. There are signs all around you telling you that you can do it too. So trust those signs. All right. Yeah. Don't fall for the traps with that Devil. And stand in your own determination and will, right? Because it's going to be a lot of fun and sunshine there. But if there's like a lot of people wanting to, it's just like a lot of cattiness sometimes, you know. I feel like it's a lot of cattiness. I feel like you guys have the enlightenment and you don't have to keep going in this mind space about it. Like, it may be a lot of like just negative talk, bad talking, and just irritations. Like, I'm getting irritated off of it. So I think it's just like, appreciate your talents, appreciate your gifts, and roll with it. Let's get you some chakra cards, and you guys can start thinking of an answer, a yes or no question that you have, and we'll get you a yes or no answer. Okay, we'll throw the shells and see what comes out. All right, chakras do we have for this water group? Meditate. Wow. Yeah, that's interesting, because the Four of Swords came up in reverse. Maybe it's about meditating. You know, don't overthink things, but do take that time to meditate, okay? Oh, wow. Solar plexus. Maybe you guys need to meditate with like some solar plexus chakra, like bowls or music or something like that. Just sitting out in the sun. And I don't think you guys need to overthink it though. I think you guys need to more like meditate like outdoors in the sun, like in spaces of creativity, and not just like talking and just constantly going over and over things in your head. I think you need to meditate in the energy that inspires you. Okay? So go ahead and ask your yes or no question, and we'll throw the shells and see what comes out. One on my hand. So whatever your answer, the question that you asked, you guys got, the answer is correct. So you are right. It's correct. Whatever you asked, the answer is correct. Okay. So if you ask if I'm overreacting, yes, correct. You are. You're overreacting. If you ask, did you do the right thing by applying for that new job? Correct. You did the right thing. Okay. So that's your answer. Correct, correct, correct. So thank you for joining me in the den, and I hope you guys got a good message from this. And if you want to tune into those other readings, go ahead and do so. And I hope to see you guys again here soon. Bye. Alright, welcome to the den. I'm Deszi, the Coyote. So you guys chose the element of earth. This group chose the element of earth. So we have your oracles, and we're going to get those set up, and then we're going to go into the tarot. Just because you chose the element of earth doesn't mean that you can't go and listen to the other readings if you feel called and get the advice from all the different elements. Or if you have specific questions, like you have a creativity question, you can ask the elements of fire and see what advice could be there for a creative project specifically. If you have a more tangible, like earthy, everyday problem, that could be the earth pile. Relationships, just personal things, could be more so water. And intellectual knowledge, education, things like that, you can kind of go into the element of air. But all in all, trust your intuition, whichever one you feel called to for whichever thing, because they all have advice and answers for those. Okay, so we're going to get your oracles laid out, and we're going to go straight into tarot. Alright, the element of air has a lovely message. The elementals from, I'm sorry, earth, not air. So the elements of earth has a great message. You guys have the white raven spirit, trust in magic. Number 66, you have celebration. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out to dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. You have when you begin to find love in people and places where you haven't found it before, it's always because you've grown. You so rock the universe. And it's kind of a double whammy. So you have all there is to love has been there all along. You guys have don't relinquish your power. You have number 2, the antelope spirit, life is speeding up. And you have number 25, the ring. So just off of your oracle cards alone, I can tell that the advice and message from the element of earth is that you guys have been working very, very hard. And you may feel like giving up, but don't relinquish your power. Don't give up right now. You guys have been going for a long, long time, and things are speeding up, and you're about to have something to celebrate. And I think it's because you trusted in the magic. And if you feel like it's waning a little bit, then just trust in the magic. Okay, so we're gonna see what more we can get from this with the tarot. Earth, please. Alright, right, so you guys have the King of Swords in reverse. You have the Four of Wands. You have the Empress in reverse. And you have the Six of Wands in reverse, okay? So, with that King of Swords in reverse and that Four of Wands, the Empress, and the Six of Wands, I get that, you know, you guys might be getting in your head space a little bit. And it may not be in the best way. Or it could be someone around you that's like not helping with the overthinking, over speaking, over talking. You guys have the foundation is set, okay? Don't underestimate that. You know, the foundation is set, and I think right now you guys are feeling with that Empress in reverse that you don't think it's gonna, you don't think this egg is gonna hatch. You don't think this plan is going to work. You don't think it's gonna happen, and you guys are just like, with this Six of Wands in reverse, I think you guys are in this celebration. I think you guys are just like, I don't have any, nothing's gonna come of this for me to celebrate. You know, nothing is going to come of this. But they're saying, don't give up now. Don't give up now. Like, it's just about time to celebrate. Like, this, the parade is about to start. Don't walk back now. Yeah, they're like, you know, I think you guys are like reevaluating, like, was any of this really worth it? You know, I put all this work and effort in it, but was it worth it? Because people weren't working together with you in the best of ways. You may not have had the support that you ideally may have wanted, but there I think the message of the element of earth is, if something didn't work out, if it didn't come through for you with this Nine of Cups in reverse, it's because it really wouldn't have helped you in the way that you would have thought. You didn't really need it, you just wanted it, you know. And it's time to choose the path of just not so much feeling like you have to give in to that over support or things like that. You know, don't relinquish the power that you have, that you can push through and keep going, okay? Yes, with that Empress in reverse followed by that Magician, I just feel like they're like, you don't think that you'll be able to birth it, but you don't understand everything with that Magician. Everything has been coming together for it, and I know you guys are just like, but I feel left out. I feel in the cold. Like, I feel like this isn't going to come through for me. But they're like, listen, you are not trapped. With that Eight of Swords, you are not trapped, and if you feel like you are, just know that you aren't. You know, you feel like you can't move, you really can't take the journey, the pathway that you want to take. But the truth is, life is about to speed up for you guys, you know. With this King of Swords in reverse and that Seven of Swords in reverse, you guys may be thinking if you should go back to something and see if it's still available for you. But I think the question is, like, you think it will make you happy, but and it may in some kind of ways, right? It may fulfill you in some ways. It may make you feel stable in some kind of way, right? But with this King of Cups in reverse, I feel like what it's really going to do is kind of like, it's not going to make you feel good in like an emotional way. Like, you're going to feel maybe stressed out, or, you know, like it's going to, I'm getting like, it's going to start messing with your mind, with your emotions. And I think with all there is to love has been there all along. I think you guys don't realize that you've had everything that you've needed all along. Don't relinquish your power now, because life is about to speed up. Don't give in now. It's just about to come through, okay? Especially with this Four of Wands, a celebration. You know, that's a celebration card too, and a good foundational card too. And you guys, and with another 4, 4, 4, you know, you got 6, 6, 4, 4. I think, you know, they're saying it would be great for you to accept that you guys have something to celebrate, and that, you know, you have this foundation kind of coming in and speeding up. But then you guys have this Five of Swords and this Nine of Cups in reverse, and I think it's like, you don't want to choose the battle of not choosing something that really means something to you. You don't want to lose that. You don't want to lose win the battle and lose the war. Okay, you guys have been pushing for this long. Don't lose the war. Don't lose the war. You know, it's coming in. Don't give up now. Okay, let's see what chakra energy we can get to come through for you guys, and then go ahead and think of a yes or no question, and we'll see what the element of earth, what answers they have for you. Okay. All right, chakras do we have? All right, so you guys have the third eye chakra. And listen to music. Yeah, maybe it's time to not, you know, be in the headspace so much, and just listen to things that make you feel good. And trust. I think you guys have already been shown a vision, or you kind of got a really good feeling intuitively about this, and you guys have to trust it. Okay, life is about to speed up. Don't give up now. All right, let's see what the answer is to your yes or no question. You guys have correct and maybe and incorrect. So we got more corrects than incorrect though. So for some of you it's going to be correct, for some of you it's going to be incorrect, and for some of you it's going to be maybe, depending on what your question is. So listen to your intuition on that, okay? But mostly came through was correct. So if you're like, is this the right thing to do? Correct, it is. You know, so if you know in your heart it feels really, really right in your intuitive space, and you know, I'm not telling you to do something that's just like completely wrong and irresponsible, but you know, that's relative. So trust yourself. All right, element of earth, thank you for coming through and joining us in the den, and I hope you guys can catch another reading sometime soon. Bye. Alright, welcome to the den. I'm Deszi the Coyote. So this is the element of fire. So those of you who chose the element of fire, you guys got a lot more oracles than the other groups, but that's okay. That just means that the elementals and elemental fire has a lot to that they want to bring forth for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to get your oracle set up, and if you feel called to like look at any of the other elements, you guys can, like if you have different questions in relations to like personal relationships, things like that, maybe look at the water, more real world everyday things, maybe earth, more intellectual knowledge, stuff like that, air, and of course passion and creativity right here at fire. But whatever questions or you know things that you have concerns about, you can ask any of the elementals that you feel drawn to. They'll have advice and answers for you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this set up, and we're going to go right into pulling some tarot for you guys, okay? Alright, so those of you who chose the element of fire, you guys have number 20, the dolphin spirit. This and that are true. You guys have number 39, the moth spirit, surrender now. You have temptation. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. You have let go of ego. You have number 45, the parrot spirit, watch your words. You have the star. And you guys got 3 of these. So you guys got quite a bit more oracles than the other groups. So we're going to read these, and there's an extra message on back. So you have, there are really only 2 types of people. Those you know now love, and those you will love, until there's only one type of person, and then we'll probably hit replay. The game of life, the universe. Everyone is doing their best. You have, ever wonder what would make life's fleeting pain and sorrow totally and unquestionably worth it? How about living forever, wildly in love and loved wildly? You have so much to look forward to, the universe. You've got time. And you have, do you want to know what's really beautiful? Confidence. Do you want to know what's really powerful? Persistence. Do you want to know what's really sexy? Please, I know about sexy. Not needing to be needed. And if still they don't notice your good looks, your strength, and your sachet, could you feel more sorry for them? Tally ho, the universe. You were born with that it quality. So off the bat, right here, I get for this group with the this and that are true, surrender now, temptation, let go of ego, and watch your words. I get that you guys may have a bit of a some self-esteem issues, or just things that we need to work on, right? Slip ups, whatever you want to call them. And I think you guys with this temptation, I think it's time to maybe recognize it, because you may feel when these things happen, you may feel like, oh, I did it again, or it's happening again. And I think that the element of fire is urging you to burn this, to surrender it, burn this energy, surrender it, let go of your ego. You don't have to say, or stay in this energy of just like, well, I'm doing it because of this, or I'm doing it because of that, right? But this and that are true. That all may be true, but if it's making you feel guilty, or it doesn't serve you anymore, or it's just not a good thing for you anymore, it's time to surrender it. And I think you have to pay attention to what you're saying with the watch your words. Are you telling yourself that these things are okay when they're really not? Are you really allowing your ego to take over, or fall too much to the forefront? And I don't think the element of fire is beating you down too much or anything like that. I think they recognize that, and they want you to recognize that everyone is doing their best, There could be some jealousy here too, and you may feel like other people have things that you don't, but you have that equality too, And you don't have to feel like you're running out of time, or, oh, I'm so old, or, I'm so late, or I lack this, or I lack that. You don't have to feel that way. There is still time. There's still time for you to be everything, especially with this star. Everything that you dreamed you could be. Everything that you want to be. But right now, they're asking you to surrender something that you know is not good for you. And you may be holding on to it for ego's sake, right? To make yourself feel comfortable, to feel, oh, I feel this makes me feel safe. It makes me feel strong. But it's just like, confidence and is strength, like it was saying, like, these things are important, persistence, things like that. So keep going, keep going and working at being the best version of you. Let's get to the tarot and see what wants to come through from the element and elementals of fire. Okay, all right, what do we have? I get here that you guys may not be working together so well with other people. Yeah, I also get that there may be a bit of just like standoffishness, offishness, that you guys may be a little bit more guarded, but it might not be for the right reasons. I think you guys just have a lot of hang-ups. A lot of insecurities that you guys don't really acknowledge in the way that you need to, and it's making you do things that are probably not best, and they're again, these are temptations that you guys might need to let go of. But this Three of Pentacles in reverse, yeah, see, let it go. Take a leap of faith. You guys aren't working together well with people, places, things, or even yourself. And I think it's time to take a leap of faith and learn to really work together with people. But you guys have to choose that. Look, this way, that way, this and that are true. I think you guys may be like just double dealing, like this way, that way. I go this way, then I go that way. Kind of like a little bit two-facey energy, okay? So, you guys really need to make a decision, because there may be something that is probably not best for you, but you keep going back to it, okay? Let's see more with this Five of Cups in reverse. You guys got the King of Pentacles in reverse. I don't think you guys feel very secure in yourselves. I don't think you guys feel very like, I just don't get secure. I don't feel very confident in my abilities with this group. But you guys tend to like tell yourselves, like with this Five of Cups in reverse, like it doesn't make you feel bad. But the truth is it does. It makes you feel, with that King of Pentacles in reverse, it doesn't make you feel very good. Like it doesn't make you feel like you're stable, or you can take care of things, or that you're adequate. And they're saying, that's justice. It's justice to not feel that way, because they don't want you to feel adequate about inadequacies. They actually want you to take the time, because you have time to build it up, build that confidence, this Nine of Wands in reverse. Yeah, it's time to let go of the standoffishness and the paranoia and just like, you know, yeah, no, you kind of stay over in the corner and learn to celebrate with people, learn to come together and socialize with people in a different way. You guys don't really play very well with people, and I think it's time to step into that energy and give up on that other energy because it's coming from insecurities. Yeah. You guys got a lot of hang-ups, and it's with this devil and that temptation. It's really holding you guys in a space where you need to surrender it. It's time to let it go. And the element of fire is saying, burn it away. I can I can help you transmute that energy very well with this Seven of Swords, because you guys kind of keep going back and tricking yourselves over and over again. And they're just like, hey, it can be equal give and take. You can come up and show up with this more confident energy and everything else, and you have that it quality too. You just have to dig deeper and let it reveal itself. And then when you're able to show up that way to people, people can show up that way to you, and you don't have to feel so inadequate. Okay, let's get you some chakra cards. You guys got it's yeah, I feel like I was talking really fast with this group. So it's time to slow down. Like, breathe, inhale, exhale, take some breaths. Like, you don't have to be too, like, again, that paranoid anxiety, sort of angsty energy of just like, who's watching, who's gonna know, who's gonna see, who's gonna find out. Breathe, guys, breathe. Listen to your, there's a lot of intuitive energy coming through to let you guys know it's time to release this. We need to watch what we're saying. Our ego is getting in the way of us being able to make different decisions. Yes, this and that are true. This is that way for that reason, but it also could be different. That's true too. Okay, so that's what's coming through for that element of fire. So go ahead and ask your yes or no question, and we'll see what answers we get. Okay, you guys have incorrect. So for some of you, the answer is correct. And for some of you, it's incorrect. I'm laughing because I feel like you guys have a lot of this and that and this way, that way. It's like it could be either way. So I find that funny that you guys got incorrect and correct. So for some things, it'll be correct. And for some things, it'll be incorrect. So sorry if that's a little like, what should I do with that? But you guys will figure it out. You guys have to use your intuition, okay? So thank you for joining me in the den, and I hope this message serves you guys well. And again, you can feel free to listen to any of the other groups or elements, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye.